Hi, it's Casey Berard from CaseyBerard.com, and it is another Mindful Monday. We're working on a series of my core principles that I use in my own life. I have been honing these down for years, probably really the last 8 years. I've been trying to figure out what principles really keep me in the present moment, and these are my go-to reset points that I come back to time and time again. So the last videos, you can always go back and look, they're on my YouTube channel, are about minding your own fucking business, said with love, and being mindful, staying in the present moment. The third one that sort of wraps these two up and into a nice neat bow, or what I call it is my plate, my focus. What is on my plate right now? You know, what's going to nourish me right now and what's going to keep me sane and happy and healthy. So not like this plate that's overloaded with food and I'm going to leave feeling bloated and burpy and gassy if I do everything that's on my plate that day. Because I really believe that the universe is abundant and providing for us. And my favorite analogy is that life is like a smorgasbord, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Never goes bad. There's always what I want on it. I don't even have to worry about my neighbors, you know, like they're not going to put stuff on my plate. I'm not going to put stuff on their plate if I'm being mindful and if I'm staying in my own effing business, right? So on my plate, for example, right now, I'm really excited because I'm really focused on family and love, heart-centered connections. So that'd be one section. For example, under that little section, so like the spices and the flavors that I've added to that meal, are really spending quality time with my kids and in my home. I'm reading David Richo's newish book called How to Be an Adult in Love. Freaking phenomenal. David Richo blows my mind all the time. Challenges me in such a brilliant, phenomenal way. Another area I'm really excited about is in my business sharing and expansion, which would be finishing working on writing my book, creating these Mindful Monday videos for you. And I'm working on a course called Authentically You that I'm going to be teaching in 6-week intervals. So full, rich, delicious plate there. And then the other part would be my regular joy, which is seeing my regular clients and interacting with them and helping them stay mindful and gain clarity and empowerment. So as you can see, my plate is really full and delicious, and I'm excited about it. And that could change. Like, that's what I love is like the moment this plate starts to cause me suffering or I feel too full or I'm not excited about it, boop, I just dump it into the compost and guess what? It gets recycled by the universe, you know, like physics laws, nothing is ever created or destroyed, right? So it's like energy keeps moving itself. So I get a new plate and I go, what am I going to work on? Like, you know, like when my book is edited and it's published, then I have room to do more creative stuff in that area. Or if like all this stuff with my family becomes really easy and habitual, then I might like take a little bit off of that love connecty area, and add in something else. You know, I'm hoping to, part of the being an adult in love is really wanting to come into alignment with who I am now in relationship to other people. So that's, you know, playing around with that dish. And with work too, I'm constantly expanding how I work with clients, how I play with them, how we connect together. So the plate constantly shifts and changes. And I really encourage you not to get bogged down. You know, if all of a sudden something on your plate goes off, you know, like if you had, I don't know, salmon, like let's take it right into a real physical food. If you had salmon and it had been on your plate for 5 days, the salmon would eventually go rotten, right? Like there's a point where stuff just is not good anymore and you need to let it go and start a new plate or start a new meal, you know, start cooking up some new things. Okay. So that's the focus. Really get focused. And I literally, for clients, I draw a plate. I write down all the things they think they're working on, you know, all the dishes that they want to do. And oftentimes they've got 20 things on a plate that holds about 3, you know, with maybe some spices and sauces in there, but you can't pretend to shove really big projects all on one plate or you'll just get burnt out, which is no fun. I've been there, done that. It sucks. So the 3, maybe 5 for some people, but you have to know how much space and time and energy you can work with. Oh, I should mention exercise, meditation, eating well, sex are all things that I've really worked on and are part of my daily routine, just like brushing my teeth, taking my makeup off. Those things come really easily to me. I don't have to think about them anymore, so they're not on my plate. If those things don't come easily to you, you need to prioritize that self-care on your plate. So it might be work, family, and self-care. And you keep that on your plate until it's there, and then you move on to the next thing, because it's like building a foundation. You need to keep that nourishing and exciting. Probably this focus section is one of the more challenging ones. The whose business are you in, and the mindfulness is it's as you practice it, it gets more easy and more obvious. The finding your focus needs readjustment, refocusing, reconnecting. Sometimes on a daily basis. I usually check in daily. If I'm doing a lot of new stuff, I'll check in hourly. Usually Sunday nights, I visualize and I focus on my plate for the week and go from there. I love focus. It gets me excited and jazzed. So I don't want to oversimplify this. I have worksheets that I'm working on that I'll be sharing on my website. I also have coaching programs that help you. So one of them that I'm working on is Authentically You, an intensive for feisty souls. That's going to be coming up and I'll be advertising it. So focus, folks. Figure out what's on your plate right now. And let me know. You could type below here. Say, Casey, my top 3 things right now are this. And I'm so excited to be clear about them. Okay. If you like this video, click like, subscribe, because I'm going to be producing way more. And if you want to find out more about me or the other work that I do, visit CaseyBerard.com. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope you are having a phenomenal, mindful Monday.